Hello guys, welcome in Weather Coverage YouTube channel. In this video we're discussing the latest conditions over Mauritius regarding Cyclone Candice and new upcoming Cyclone Anggrek. So before starting the video we request you to subscribe our YouTube channel so you don't miss any essential updates and watch till end for better understanding. Thank you. Weather observations in Mauritius indicate that moderate tropical storm Candice is moving further away from our region. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, Candice was centered approximately 350 kilometers southeast of Mauritius around the point 22.6 degrees south in latitude and 59.9 degrees east in longitude. Candice is moving away from our region in a general southeast direction at an accelerated speed of 24 kilometers per hour. No cyclone warning is in effect in Mauritius. External cloud bands associated with Candice will continue to influence the weather on the island with intermittent rain, especially over high ground. Rainfall could be moderate locally. The sea will remain very rough with swells of around 4 meters on the high seas. The storm tide will affect the coastal regions of the east, south and west. The public is advised to be careful and not venture into the sea and coasts. For more information, it is advisable to consult the regular bulletins issued by the Mauritius Meteorological Services. Now let's have some discussion on Cyclone Anggrek that's likely to come close to our region. According to our latest analysis, there is another very dangerous cyclone likely to form near Mauritius and Reunion Islands that seems more worse than Bilal and Candice. Current ECMWF model shows this cyclone will be passed away from our region, and Cyclone Anggrek is also likely to pass out from away from Mauritius Islands, while GFS shows Cyclone Anggrek is evolving with this activity that is likely to form near Mauritius, so all the people are strictly concerned that still many cyclones expected towards our region. Anggrek is located 2,093 kilometers southeast of Diego Garcia, and has moved west-southwestward at 17 kilometers per hour, 9 knots, over the past 6 hours. Anggrek is forecast to continue on a southwestward track over the next 36 hours, before turning onto a more west-southwestward track over the next 3 days. From the next 3 days through the end of the forecast period, the system is expected to curve to the south-southwest as it rounds the subtropical ridge axis. The intensity of Anggrek is expected to increase steadily to 195 km per hour, 105 knots, over the next 3 days as wind shear is expected to remain low, 5 to 10 knots, and sea surface temperatures will be favorable, 27 to 28 degrees Celsius, and upper-level outflow conditions improve slightly. After 4 days, the system will begin to weaken as shear picks up slightly, 10 to 15 knots, and dry mid-level air intrudes from the north and west. In 5 days, Anggrek is anticipated to have a more rapid drop in intensity as shear is expected to increase significantly to approximately 35 km per hour, 20 knots, and decapitate the storm's vortex at the mid-levels. Coupled with dry air entrainment, the storm is forecast to decrease to 150 km per hour, 80 knots, by the end of the forecast period. Deterministic models are in general agreement that Anggrek will transit southwest over the next 36 hours with a cross-ML track deviation of only 130 km. Beyond 36 hours, the system opens approximately 300 nautical miles, showing JTWC consensus disagreement on how starkly the storm will cut to the west is influenced by subtropical ridge to the south. The intensity guidance is in general agreement that the system will peak at 3 days and gradually decline towards the end of the forecast period. However, the intensity of that peak varies greatly due to the small size of the system. The COAMPS-TC NAVGEM version forecasts an unreasonable 250 km per hour, 135 knots, at its maximum, while JTWC ship's guidance expects a peak of 175 km per hour, 95 knots. Maximum significant wave height is 9.1 meters, 30 feet. Thanks FOF watching our channel.